This is Lagoon Radio.
Yes, this is Lagoon Radio. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of a newspaper review on Lagoon Radio. Today, 7th of July 2022. I am Anosike Chimeze and I'm not alone in the studio. I have my colleague in the house, Ezekiel Kayode. Ezekiel, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, remember you can download the app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Lagoon Radio Nigeria, and on Twitter and Instagram, Lagoonradio.Ng. Yes, we'll have a limited number of papers this morning, but all the same, we'll run it through for you to know what is happening in Nigeria today. Okay, our first point of call, the Punch newspapers, and on the lead story, Kuje prison invasion, ISWAP claims responsibility, freeze Kaduna train attack masterminds, 15 train attack masterminds escape, 49 Boko Haram members, 237 others freed, over 100 soldiers, DSS, NSCDC, operative guarding bombed facility. Buhari laments intelligence failure as sources allege official complicity. And yes, on the pictorial story, you see some of the caciques of the bond bosses of the Nigerian Correctional Service, and also the picture of President Muhammadu Buhari visiting the scene of the attack. Yes, some people have alleged complicity. Yes, because over 100 soldiers, DSS, NSCDC operative guarding bombed facility. So that tells you a lot about this. Okay, amid convoy, Kuje attacks. Buhari jets out again.
Okay, now.
Page 14. I wonder if we still have a president in this country. His convoy was attacked. In fact, Tuesday was tragedy for Nigeria.
Yeah.
The president's convoy was attacked. Kuje prison was attacked. Even the OPEC Secretary General that met Buhari after died in the night.
Died.
After everything, Buhari still left this country. God, please intervene.
Amen.
We are the mercy of God now. It's only God that will help us. I'm confident of defeating Banky W. Obanikoro. Yes, page 7. Okay, Obanikoro.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, Hajj. Saudi grants Nigeria orders 24-hour extension. Page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Lagos airport runaway short. Airlines predict flight delays. Page 21. Lagos neighborhood officer blinds party goer. Agency disowns suspects. Thus, Lagos state government should look into the activities of those neighborhood watch. In fact, they misbehave a lot. They misbehave. Families panic as terrorists threaten adopted train passengers. Page 12. Shebi una members where they Kuje prison don't go. Allow people you kidnap to go too.
Abi.
Daura attack. Air Force deploys personnel fighter jet. Page 14. And on the other side, we are hearing that Army, the Air Force jet, mistakenly bombed indigenes of Castina.
Yes.
Well,
I learned that too.
After attack, all these bandits and all these terrorists will come and attack people, kill. After they must have left, Air Force, this thing will come and kill innocent villagers.
People there.
It happened in Kaduna. It's
Yes,
happening in
exactly.
Castina. Okay. Discuss vow to battle FG over takeover restructuring. Page 19 of the Punch. Rising subsidy will stop states from paying salaries. Governors. We brought this calamity upon ourselves. Fuel sells 175 naira per litre. Marketers plan strike. Queues worsen. And also still on the Punch newspaper. Salah! Marketers lament high rams prices, low patronage. Page 21. Global Fund faults Nigeria's $19.6 million COVID-19 procurements. And for more stories on that, you read more on the Punch newspaper.
Yes, with me I have the Vanguard newspaper, and I have this story to be the most prominent. Kuje attack. I fled with my 3 kids as bombs rained. This is from a particular housewife. Of course, we thought it was quarry workers denotating dynamite. This is from a resident. Kidnappers of Abuja, Kaduna train passengers responsible for attack. This is from Gumi spokesperson, Mamu. 5 killed. 879 inmates escaped. 443 recaptured. This is from Kari. Others still in... Kari others still in custody. This is from NCOS. How was bombardment possible? Buhari queries. ISWAP claims responsibility. Associate to use RPGs. All Boko Haram inmates freed. Defense Minister verifies escape of 64 Boko Haram members. Atiku raises alarm over Abuja security. Attack on Buhari's convoy. It's time for state police from Akereduru. Where all these stories, you see them on the 5th page of the Vanguard newspaper, and it continues. Revenue allocation shortfall, payment of salaries uncertain in months ahead. This is from governors. Well done. It continues on the 8th page of the Vanguard newspaper. On Ekeremadu's case, court orders NIMC to submit opposed biodata to Malami. Okay. It continues on the 11th page of that newspaper. On fuel subsidy, it is a scam. I won't spend $40 billion as federal government doing. This is from Peter Obi, one of the presidential aspirants. Yes, it continues on the 8th page of that newspaper. I-22 listed federal government bonds down 52.5% to 1.6 trillion naira. It continues on the 19th page of that newspaper, the Vanguard. And it continues, gunmen attack NYC lodge in Akwa Ibom, therefore rob, rape female occupants. This is so sudden. It continues on the 7th page of that newspaper. Fuel queues may persist until we fully deregulate. This is from the federal government. It continues on the 9th page of that. So Chimi is be ready, be battle ready. Train attack. Terrorists threaten to start killing kidnapped passengers in 24 hours. Oh, this is a threat though. Truly. It's a threat. It continues on the 6th page of that newspaper, and I have this to be the last content there. Opaque scribe Bakindo buried in Jola, and rest in peace, man. It continues on the 6th page of that newspaper. Grab a copy of the Vanguard newspaper and keep yourself informed.
Okay, on the Guardian newspaper, yes, we'll have Buhari decries poor intelligence at Kuje jailbreak, demands probe. Oh,
no problem.
Help us.
After people have died.
Oyo, police arrest 2 suspects over alleged ritual killing, sale of human. Abga is a disappointment to Ndibo, says Masob. FCCPC to punish operators for non-compliance with NERC regulations. NAF jets. Okay, let me get that one very well. NAF jets reportedly bomb Castena community in error. That's what we want to confirm that story to you. The Air Force jets bombed indigenes of Castena in error. Why terrorists operated for over 2 hours in Kuje prison.
And nobody
interfered. There was a
interfered.
report that I read last night. I'm still trying to confirm the source. It said that those terrorists, they gave Quranic lecture for 15 minutes.
Even after the attack. After the whole show, right? Even there.
Inside there, they gave 15. No, before the attack, when they entered first, when they blew up the place and entered, they gave 15 minutes Quranic lecture. You see that
to tell us the time they had. They really had, of course.
They were relaxed. And another report said that soldiers were withdrawn. I listened to a show this morning. The person said, if you have been to QJ, you know that this is stage managed. That there is 1 meter before the QJ prison, there is a military checkpoint. The man asked the question, what happened to that military checkpoint?
That's the question.
Then there was another report that the soldiers at the checkpoint were withdrawn 24 hours before the attack.
Which means it's really planned.
God, we are at your mercy. Please intervene.
Amen.
God, please intervene. Put these people to shame.
Amen. Hi.
Nowhere is safe in Nigeria.
Honestly.
Well, still on the Guardian newspaper, Ekweremadu wife to appear in court today. And also on the newspaper, on the foreign scene, Boris Johnson faces uncertainty as over 30 members of government resign. Boris Johnson is not behaving like a white man. No. He's not, I don't know. Buhari, OPEC, industry stakeholders mourn Bakindo's sudden death.
What's the man that met with Buhari not quite long?
Not quite.
On
the sports scene, wounded Falcons seek redemption against plucky Botswana. And also, students, parents lament prolonged ASU strike, demand Adamu sack. Have you ever heard this Minister of Education talk or speak since this?
The encounter I had with him was when the nouns went to visit him. I think it was as regards of
when he walked
away. Yes, I think that was my last, because ever since then I've never wanted to talk to, even see him.
Have you heard him?
No.
Have you read anywhere that he spoke about this strike?
No.
This calamity will not befall us the second time in Nigeria. Get your PVC. That's all we have on the This Day newspaper.
Yes, with me I have the Daily Independent newspaper. Yes, and let me check something here. Okay, the most prominent content there say on jailbreak, Buhari queries security structure at Kuje prison. Well, expresses shock at level of destruction. 4 dead, 443 inmates recaptured. DCP Abba Kyari order VIP still in custody. ISWAP claims responsibility for attacks. Well, all these stories, they start on the first page of that newspaper and continues on the 28th page of that newspaper. And renegotiated agreement with Dawn apart. Federal government delaying reopening of varsities. This is from the HASU. Well, the story continues on the 7th page of that newspaper. Again, federal government accuses marketers of orchestrating fuel crisis. Well, whether they are the ones or not, I think what matters is the betterment and livelihood of the citizens. Well, let's stop blaming and also cast blaming on others and do the needful. Well, this story continues on the 6th page of the Nigerian most read newspaper among the political and business elite. And it continues, Buhari reshuffles cabinet, swears in 7 ministers. It continues on the 7th page of that newspaper. Federal government targets 720 billion naira from bond issuance on the 3rd quarter of the year. It continues on the 6th page of that newspaper. On impeachment, embattled Oyo deputy governor knows fate, July 26th. It continues on the 7th page of that newspaper, the Daily Independent. 2 died in Lagos boat mishap. Oh, that's unfortunate. It continues on the 6th page of that newspaper. Court grants Okorocha permission to travel abroad for Medicare. It continues on the 7th page.
Someone that said he built 27 general hospitals in Imo State.
So why not giving him chance to go to Imo State?
I wonder why our courts are even are complicit to all this crime. Order him to go visit the one in his local government. He built 27 general hospitals. Let him go to the one in his local government and take care of himself. You know,
in a situation whereby the student, the mother of a teacher, the daughter or the son of a teacher could not attend the school where his or her mother is working, it means that school, that woman is likely to be poisoning the educational instinct of those students there. Because if you could say, this is what I've prepared and I could not take that thing, it means it's a poison. It's not good for you. Definitely, you should be queried. You should be queried. This is the Nigeria we find ourselves, and it's so unfortunate. Well, it continues, APC VP candidate Tinubu's talk between El-Rufai and Shettima, and party chieftains asked court to stop APC, INEC from replacing Masari. This is another story. It continues on the 6th page of the Daily Independent newspaper. Buhari jet out to Senegal for IDA summit. Well, it continues on the 6th page of that newspaper. On Osun Gubar, Buhari presents APC flag to Oyetola. The story continues on the 26th page of that newspaper. In the pictorial message, we have remains of vehicles after attack by terrorists on Tuesday night at Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja. That's unfortunate. Grab a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper, the most read newspaper among the political and business elite, and keep yourself informed.
Okay, we'll get this day newspaper, the last but not the least for this morning. And yes, still on the lead headline, Buhari visits Kuje, queries intelligence, response as ISWAP claims responsibility. 2 killed, 15 rescued as boat capsizes in Lagos. President swears in ministers. Okay. Federal government okays 12.444 billion naira for projects in environment petroleum. And also P2B, yes, he said, I will remove fuel subsidy, use savings. Basbos in the Nigerian political scene. He said, I will remove subsidy, use savings for education, health, and security. Okay. Let's see how it goes.
Now.
Ekweremadu court orders NIMC to release organ donors biodata to AGF. Ekweremadu is said to appear in court today. And I asked the question sometime last 2 days on my social media account. I asked, within days of Ekweremadu's travels in London, the National Assembly, they were able to set up a committee, and in response, they said they want to stand by their own. They sent delegates to UK for that case. ASU has been on strike
for more than 100 days.
And even the House Committee on Education are yet to come up with an innovation. Weeks back, there was a problem in aviation fuel and the rest of them.
Yeah.
Airlines wanted them to embark on strike. House Committee rallied. And they set up a committee quickly and they quenched that fire. But ASU is still on strike.
And because it's not affecting them. That's the truth. Of course, when the airlines are affected, they won't be that free to travel anyhow the way they would want to. Even just for headache, some of them travel whenever they have common headache, So when they have that, okay, let's consider this man that just supported a particular aspirant. Some people said something that said, because they even mentioned the name of his daughter, that this ASU strike is not affecting your daughter. So why wouldn't you support any candidate that you may think that it will be of beneficiary to your business? Of course, that's the point. So everybody is trying to safeguard wherever he or she fits. You understand? That's the point. Because it would affect them. The airlines will affect them. That's why they claim that fire. And they want to support the criminal, even when they are yet to confirm whether the man is guilty or not. That crime is if it is true, it's against humanity. So nobody should rally around such person. But the fact is, Nigerian politics and how politicians do, they just want to have their ways the way they want.
Okay. God will help us.
Amen.
And also, it might interest you to read this. Dwindling revenue. We will not be able to pay salaries in coming months.
Okay, now.
Governors cries out. Governors cry out. Nigerian Governors Forum. They said they may not be able to pay salaries, so even in Lagos here, the government has approved the BRT for
they've increased the
100 naira increase. So
if you are paying 400 naira before, you are expected to pay 500 naira now. If you are paying 300 naira before, 400 and the rest of them.
So for government to increase, that means it's justifiable
for
everybody.
Other.
We buying bread 1,800, 700, 600.
So what's the essence of the minimum wage?
Minimum. Do we still have how many states are even paying the minimum wage?
Kogi in exception. And your brother now will start campaigning.
Hey,
it is well, though.
It is well, my brother.
Where are we in this mess?
Okay, finally, on the This Day newspaper, I'm looking at the one that will suit us the more. The one that let's take on sports because the Super Falcons will be in action today. Yes, and on the story it says, Super Falcons in make or mark clash with Botswana as injured Oshoala leaves camp. Yes, the Super Falcons will be in action today, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. They will be playing facing Botswana in the ongoing African Women Cup of Nations. Tune in and watch that game. And that's the much we can take on today's edition of the program. Newspaper review. I am Manos Ikechimesi, and
I'm Kyle Desica.
Yes, join us again tomorrow. 10:30 will be the time because it's a special edition on Fridays. Don't forget to download the app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Lagoon Radio Nigeria, and on Twitter and Instagram, LagoonRadio.Ng.
This is Lagoon Radio.